Hey everybody, it's your girl Tracy from Pearl Technology Consulting. I'm back with another cool software tip. Today we're going to discuss bullets in Microsoft Word. We've all used bullets to kind of highlight a list of items in a document, but today I'd like to talk about how to customize those bullets. Maybe you have an image or a logo that you'd like to use as a bullet instead of the symbols or images that Microsoft provides. So let's jump right in and talk about that. What I have here is just a simple list of some software training that we provide, and I'm going to select the whole list. And on the Home tab on your ribbon, in the paragraph group of tools, you've got your bullet icon here. So there's a little drop down. You want to choose that, and you, of course, typically you're going to see just some default bullets that are here, or maybe the most recently used ones. And as you hover over them, you can see you get a live preview down below of what that bullet will look like. What I'm going to do is choose Define New Bullet. And when I do that, it takes me here where I can either choose a symbol. And if you choose these symbols, you'll see that there's like hundreds and hundreds of them listed here, all kinds of symbols and things that you might commonly need to use, like a trademark symbol, copyright symbol, that kind of thing. You can choose the drop down and see that there's even still many more categories, and it's just amazing. But what we'd like to use is a picture. So I'm going to cancel out of the symbols and choose the picture button. So when I choose picture, I'm in Office 2013 and I have a Windows 10 machine operating system here. You'll probably see a little bit differently if you have Windows 7 still, but either way, you're going to browse out to your hard drive or wherever you have that image saved. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose the browse from a file here, and it opens up my pictures folder on my hard drive. And I've got some pictures here, and there's one that I'm going to go ahead and choose. Let's choose this one. This is the little logo for Pro Technology Consulting. Let's say I'll choose Insert on there, and then you get a little hint of what it looks like here. So I'm going to choose OK. And then voila, you've got your customized bullet here with the logo or the image that you selected. And keep in mind, though, when you do use your own images, that bullets are tiny and they might not show a lot of detail when you're looking at it in like regular magnification on a computer. And I've got this zoomed in at 130. I'm just going to go in a little bit closer so you can see the actual bullet there, and it looks pretty good. If you find that you like your bullets to be a little bit bigger, a couple of things. Of course, you can always go ahead and just select the text and everything and increase your font size up here. But if you don't want your font to be that big, but you do want the bullet to be a little bit bigger, let me go back down. You can just kind of put your cursor over here on the bullet, and if you can't get it to select it on a regular one left click, just go ahead and right click over there, and you should see that it selects behind the scenes there, and it gives you a little contextual menu to pop up with your font tools. So you can do that, either right click and get this little menu, or just be able to click on it and get everything selected and go ahead and resize those. So I'm just going to go up a little bit on the font and see what happens when you do increase the size of the bullet. Too much, it's going to space out the lines in the list. You can see that it's widening the lines between the lists. So if that's something that concerns you, just kind of be careful with how much bigger you make the bullet. Okay. The other way that you can insert a customized bullet is to actually grab a picture and downsize it to the size that a bullet would be, and just simply begin typing your list beside that image. So I have a picture of a hammer, and let's say I'm a handyman and I would like to create a list of services that I offer, and I'd like my hammer to be my bullet. So what I can do is select that image and choose one of the corner sizing handles to resize it. Choosing the corner to resize any image is going to keep your aspect, your ratio right, instead of doing it from the side or the bottom like this. That kind of throws off the ratio of the aspects, the width and the length of the image. So Always trying to kind of resize from the corners here. So I'm just going to go ahead and go in and remember that bullets are really tiny, so you might have to go a little tiny. It looks a little bit too tiny for the eye, but get small enough. And then click beside that image that you just resized. Give yourself a space so it's not so close to it. And just begin to type your list. So let's say I offer carpentry. And when I hit enter, it's going to assume that because I resized that image so tight to such a tiny size that I want it to be a bullet, and I type beside it and hit that enter button, it's going to give me the next bullet for the next item in my list. So we offer some plumbing, and I hit enter again. I do some HVAC repair. Isn't that awesome? Pretty cool. So again, the second way would be to just grab the image that's in the document, resize it down. One other thing I'd like to mention, a lot of times we have used bullets as a little checkbox that we can place beside items. And so maybe you're creating a document and you'd like to have the little rectangular or square shaped box that looks like a checkbox, and you go to select the one that's in the bullet list. Let's say we choose the define new bullet and symbol, and you can find like this. Looks like a little checkbox, and you can go into maybe wingdings. I think that's another one that has things that look like checkboxes in there. All of these. What's cool about that is that it does give you the image, or it looks like a checkbox, but it doesn't do anything if you'd like your users of the document to be able to interact on the computer. So you can't really check it unless you're using an actual pen or pencil. So what I would do if I want an actual interactive checkbox, instead of using the bullet list, I would go ahead and just create what's called a control. And to do that, you have to use the developer tab on your ribbon. And by default, the developer tab is not going to be turned on. It's a tab on the ribbon that you have to go in and manually turn on. So if you don't see developer in your options on the ribbon, then what you need to do is choose the file menu, go in the backstage area, go to options. If you have an older version of Microsoft Word, then it might say Word options. So we'll choose options here, and on the customize ribbon, these are the available commands for the ribbon. On the right is what's available to me right now on my ribbon. What you're going to find is developer doesn't have a check in it, so it's not showing up for me. All I got to do is click in there, choose OK, and it's going to put that developer tab right here on my ribbon. So with the developer tab, you can do all kinds of things. If you know anything about code and writing macros, that's later for another video maybe. You can do that here, but you have a group of tools called controls, and right here is the checkbox control, and all I need to do is click that. What it's going to do is give me a checkbox in front of this word here, and you can see that by clicking in it, it's interactive. I can go ahead and check the checkbox while I'm on the computer. So if that's what you're looking for, bullets won't work. If you want an interactive checkbox, just choose the developer tab, and in your controls, enter a checkbox there. That's pretty neat. One more thing about bullets, notice the bullets on the bullet list. Let me go back here and choose the drop down. Our recently used bullets will appear here. Anything that we create, a customized bullet, when we go out and find the picture and upload it, like I did with the Pearl Technology Consulting's logo, it's going to be automatically added to our bullet library. So anytime I open Microsoft Word on this computer, I'm going to see that bullet there for me to easily access. Now, the bullet that we created when we did the hammer, we didn't go out and search for it. We chose to resize or downsize an image that was already in the document. It doesn't get placed in your bullet library for use later. Keep in mind that if you downsize a picture and you use that bullet, it's for that one time, using it once in the current document. It doesn't go into your library. Hopefully we've shared some great tips concerning bullets in Microsoft Word. Talk to you later.